Jared, how was your hotel experience?
Good. I don't think any of y'all got sleep like I did.
It's not great, but it's good.
I like it just so
I guess.
a 4 because the microwave doesn't work in the toilet. It's like going on or something in the toilet. And, yeah. Plus the pool is dirty.
What guests next door to you above you?
Yes, they were loud. I don't know how I slept through that last night.
Right, how was your hotel experience?
I give it a no. Give it a 3.
Out of what? 3 out of 5 or 3 out of 10 or what?
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5? That's kind of high, right? I give it a 0 out of 5.
You mean low?
It's not dirty.
One reason is because if your family brought popcorn, we all wanted popcorn. But the microwave that we have does not heat up. It doesn't even warm up any food. It just
turns on.
It just turns on and doesn't do nothing. It just spins around and it doesn't heat up or warm up.
You guys excited about today?
Yay! Woo! Key West! Key West! Key West! Key West! Key West!
Toothbrush.
Yeah.
Excited about driving up U.S. Woods?
Woo!
And what islands are there?
Key West! Key West! Key West!
Good morning, Florida City. Our location is Florida City, Florida, which is at the very end of Florida before you get to the Keys. Our destination is Key West. By car, traveling on US 1, it's 126 miles from Florida City to Key West with a drive time of over 2 hours and 38 minutes if you're going straight through without stopping. Alright, we're fixing on US 1, the road to Key West. Look at that. Here it is, people.
Woo!
US 1.
Key West! Key West!
US 1. How about that? Woo! South, US 1. The best road in all of the United States. Probably got the gas where it left, you know? Yes, this is it, kids. This is the off-familiar road here.
They said that was the gateway to the Keys. It actually was.
To Key West, 122 miles, people.
One hour later.
After leaving Florida City, we tracked southward and made it to Islamorada. Kids are missing the water of the bridges. We're in Islamorada right now.
This is where your mom's staying.
This is what Mom kept talking about. She's telling you some place in Islamorada.
It's very far down.
Huh?
This isn't very far down at all.
So there's drawbridges. It's really sunny day. It's nice, pretty water.
dolphin shows and all that.
This is resource water.
It's bluer and bluer, doesn't it? That right there is. Me too. I'd like to go out so we can go into a reef. There's huge parrotfish. If you snorkeling along and all of a sudden this fish will come by and things. Like little islands out. Look how clear even this side is.
Dad said they put some sort of limestone.
The left one's natural.
And that's that white stuff that you see even under the road.
All of the upper islands are nice, but the real beauty begins at Islamorada. Islamorada sits just shy of the halfway point between Florida City and Key West.
Have to go on a catamaran.
Although Key West is our vacation destination, part of the fun is traveling through the different islands and stopping along the way to enjoy the scenery and what the area has to offer. So we were driving along in Islamorada, and we come across this place called Robbie's. You can see Robbie's from a bridge as you're getting close to it. We decided to stop and stretch a little bit and check out the scene. Anyways, this place, Robbie's, it's a restaurant and a gift shop. But it's more than just that. Robbie's has a marina where you can book charters, go fishing, kayaking, snorkeling, diving. You can have boat tours. There's other aquatic sports, outdoor activities. It's a really neat place. Like many other places in the Keys, Robbie's has chickens and other wildlife moving around.
A little hideout area.
Not long after we parked, we found this chicken, which piqued Mariah's interest.
They're eating worms and bugs.
One of the big attractions at Robbie's is tarpon feeding. Tarpon are really large fish. They grow up to 4 to 8 feet in length and weigh almost 300 pounds.
Oh, ew.
Oh yeah, they're sharks. It's hard.
They look like sharks.
I think Mariah was a little wigged out by the tarpon because they were so big in the proximity.
It's probably the best one.
Come over here and watch these flat feet.
But at the same time, I think she liked it too because it was something different, something she'd not seen before. Tarpon are carnivorous fish, but they have no teeth, so they have to eat their fish whole. At Robbie's, you can do some tarpon feeding at the wharf where you can purchase a bucket of fish to feed the tarpon with.
Oh, the little baby one.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there was Oh, what kind of fish was that? I didn't even look like it.
Well, here's a good spot.
Tarpon is a catch and release only fish. Tarpon is poor for human consumption. It's illegal to harvest them.
Actually, feed that one, that's all.
At one point, while we were feeding the tarpons, I was sitting on the edge of the dock with my feet hanging over to the water. My feet were actually touching the water, and what would happen is the tarpons would come up and hit my feet, like trying to eat my feet. It felt kind of weird, and after a while I got kind of nervous about it. So eventually I pulled my feet up and got some distance between me and the fish, like a normal tourist. Tarpon? Yeah. What do you think about them, huh?
They're huge. They're ugly.
They're ugly.
Yeah.
Why are they ugly, right?
They're ugly.
They're beautiful fish.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Look at that thing.
What's this one, right?
Water too deep. They look like sharks. There's no sharks.
They're not sharks. They're tarpons, but they look like sharks. Watch it.
We didn't eat or buy any souvenirs at Robbie's, but we had fun sightseeing. So if you get a chance to go to Robbie's, make sure you check it out. After about an hour or so hanging around Robbie's, it was time to hit the road again.
And plus, it goes up. It's a large.
It's a place to anchor. It's on anchors.
Yeah, in Key West, you can drop anchors because of the
Is this it,
cool
Mom,
stuff.
or is it a different one?
There'll be a different one. This is a big one though.
It's just like this, right? The one that we
It just continues on and on.
they're built bridges
Actually,
over
it's
water.
not correct.
I do not know how they build bridges over water.
So we're fixing to start hooking
These
back.
barges and cranes.
I don't know how they get bridges.
A few moments later.
Here we go. Oh wow, this is island.
This is where you'll see the water, kids.
What? She said bird. He was
I
like,
know, if you hit us one.
he was right with us.
Yeah. We're starting to get toward the lower keys now. We're still towards the middle, but nice.
1 hour later.
This is the long bridge, kids. This is the 7 Mile Bridge.
Yeah, bro.
Look at it. We have reached the 7 Mile Bridge. Now the 7 Mile Bridge connects the island of Marathon to Bahia Honda Key.
Just continue.
I must warn you about this portion of the video because it covers most of the 7 Mile Bridge. So it's going to be rather long. I'm doing this because so many people will never see the 7 Mile Bridge in their lifetime. So with this video, you can do just that. See the 7 Mile.
This used to be the train track. I don't know if they're fixing it to what they're fixing it for. To ride on a train all the way to Key West. I believe a hurricane broke some of the areas.
Hopefully they get it fixed.
They're probably like one direction to there, one direction this way.
That also would make a really good fishing area. I think they put that kind of work into it for that.
So we're not far away from our destination.
Probably 50 miles still.
Did you know that the 7 Mile Bridge has claims to be the 8th wonder of the world? Whether that be true or not, one thing is true. It's a nice view going across that 7 Mile Bridge, seeing all that open water.
It's 51.
46.
46 minutes. Well, you can catch it. I didn't know it would go like this. I didn't know it was I thought it was to stop right here. See, because of that island right there.
This is an island that you can take a boat over there to. It's called Pigeon Key. I think eventually maybe that's what they're fixing that road for. I don't know. You have to pay for a boat tour to go over there.
Oh, they're trying to fix that. And they have to fix that. I bet you there's another piece of the train in the water.
Well, hopefully the train works here.
I bet that last hurricane probably did a lot more damage to it.
Probably. It just goes and goes and goes.
But this is a very stable bridge.
You're just over open water. 7 miles, so depends on how fast you go.
It don't really seem like 7 miles, does it? It seems like 3-4 miles. I mean, because it's 7 miles from Portsmouth here to Wild City. Maybe it's 7 miles. They'll call it 7 miles Richard up there.
You see these mile markers that we passed here? They'll be the green signs. It'll say, I think that last one was mile marker 43. When we get into Key West, downtown was mile marker 0. So that kind of tells you how many miles it is to Key West.
Yeah, for a long time we used to have a little sign on Suzuki that said mile marker 0.
I brought us stickers.
Basically, it's the end of the world.
Yeah, you're coming to the end of the United States.
The only place besides this in the world, United States, would be South California or Southern Texas. Kind of a Galveston.
Well, we'll go to the very tip of Florida and stand there and look at it. We will. We're gonna go picture taking there. Well, it's only 90 miles from there to Cuba. Look at that, the trees growing out of that.
It's cool, isn't it?
They're old.
It tells you how long that thing has not been used.
That was in the 40s, 20s? I'm not sure. Let me look that up.
I guess whoever built this bridge is probably looking at
Yeah.
It's really long, jacked up, all twisted metal and stuff.
Very Flagler, that's right.
Flat ring is quite popular for that.
Very rich.
Flat Ring County and Austin.
There you go. You see what you're looking at right there? There's a train going over it. See that? That's that right there. It had a train track on it. Look how narrow it is. I mean, if the train...
Now that was a long bridge. So an update on traveling the Keys en route to Key West. We have made it through the middle and lower Keys and now have come to Bahia Honda Key. Having been on the road for so long, we were pretty eager to get in the water, and so we stopped at Bahia Honda State Park for a refreshing break.
Bahia Honda?
Alright, we're fixing to enter Bahia Honda State Park. Been here several years ago. Nice place, real nice place. Nice blue water. The first part of the beach was kind of bad looking. It smelled because of all the decaying seaweed that washed ashore. But further down the beach was a clear area. We swam for an hour or so. Hey guys, Michael Smith here. We're in Bahia Honda Key. at the Bahia Honda State Park. We got done swimming. It's beautiful here. Check it out. After swimming, we took the upward path to the old bridge for a nice view and some pictures. The state park at Bahia Honda Key is a very nice place to visit. There's good swimming and some good sightseeing there. They have restroom facilities, so if you're in the area, I would recommend stopping by the Bahia Honda Key State Park. After leaving Bahia Honda, our next stop would be Key West. Yay!
A few moments later.
See that water, Murray? It's filled up, it's not.
Joe. 20 minutes later.
We're in Key West now. We're finally reached Key West. This is the last hole. This is the hoop.
Shows you Virgin off to the right onto North Roosevelt.
Yeah, this is one through. There's the sign. Key West. So our day began in Florida City. From there, we tracked down through the Keys, making stops along the way. And finally, about 6 hours later, we made it to Key West. Yes, sir. For me and Kimberly, Key West was our home away from home. We've been there 3 times by driving and twice by cruise ship. So it was good to get back to Key West. We've not been there since 2009, almost 11 years ago. That's way too long. Finally, the Smiths have come back to Key West. Roosevelt Drive. As we made it into Key West, we began navigating the streets en route to our hotel, the Key West Hibiscus. We've been there before, haven't we? This is all probably the newer part of Key West. This is all the upper. Huh?
Spaceballs got away from it.
Eventually.
Yay! Finally, we made the hotel room. Yay! I know this hotel don't look like much from the outside, but let me tell you something. This hotel was one of the best hotels I've ever stayed in. For starters, travel was pretty much shut down because of COVID-19, except for travel by car. You couldn't fly in, or you couldn't cruise in from a ship. You could only drive in, and so the only visitors were tourists by way of car, and then you had all your locals there. So the island was pretty much quiet, and which means that the hotel was quiet. There weren't very many people there at all, just a few people from what we've seen. So we had the hotel practically to ourselves. Well, we're right to our hotel. Of course, you missed the ride if you left me to sleep or something. So was Jerry.
Oh, I was asleep, but I wasn't sleeping right. I was on and on. Gotcha.
Both of y'all was not paying attention as me in Key West, which is a beautiful scene.
Oh, we're in Key West.
Yep. It's Key West. Here's over Key West. Huh?
I was about to say that, are we in Key West? Yeah, pull up there. Over there. Yeah.
We're in Key West, guys. Very small place, all compact, small roads, all people, a lot of weird people. But I like it. We're trying to make the best place we can tell. Best place from hibiscus in Key West, Florida. Home away from home. Go from here to This hotel has one of the best pools I've ever seen. It was large and it had a deep end and had plenty of room to swim and have move around. We weren't all over it. Anybody else? A lot of room to work with. Very nice. Here's a pool area. I just wish I had a live band or some music playing there. Well, that's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed today's journeys. Stay tuned for part 3 coming up. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.